So apparently the video from yesterday about Elite got a lot of feedback. Most of it was good. A little bit of it was bad. I got them in personal messages and a few of the comments. And I'm going to do a follow-up video. I guess I'll call this part 2 of Elite MCPvP The Truth. So, like I said in the first part, Elite is clearly dying. There's no other easy way to say it. Elite is going to die eventually. Truthfully, if I had to guess, it's probably going to last 2 more map resets. I think this one and then whatever the next one is will probably be the end of Elite, unless they do what I was thinking of earlier, where they change the Elite IP, where they change it from elite.mcpvp.com and they just change it to C. They just turn it into, I guess you would call it Charlie MCPvP, because we got main, or I guess we got Alpha, Badger, Charlie. If you don't know, A is main, B is Badger. Wait, that doesn't make sense, because it would be Alpha Bravo Charlie, but it's Alpha Badger Charlie. Anyways, whatever. I guess if I were running MCPvP, which of course I am not, if probably the best thing to do would to change the IP from elite.mcpvp.com to c.mcpvp.com. More people would be able to find it that way, because I think most people know the main IP is mcpvp.com. It seems like people know that the second IP is b.mcpvp.com. Assuming that people would guess that c.mcpvp.com is the next server. No, the next server is elite.mcpvp.com. So, if they were to change it to C, they would very much get a lot more traffic towards the server. You could keep everything the same, the way that it used to, or the way that it is currently, where there are no potions except from witch farms. You can't brew anything. You can't enchant armor or swords. You can enchant bows. You can enchant pickaxes, and you can enchant axes, but they don't work. They just give you, I guess, fake IV, which very much sucks. So, therefore, Elite would get more, I guess, revenue and views, or I guess, I don't even know what to call it. I guess it would get more active players, I guess you could say. Now, of course, the counter argument to that is that MCPvP is losing revenue on Elite. I probably agree with that, because probably right around half, maybe like 2/5 of Elite has that free donator VIP rank when they join Elite. And considering that it's a donator only server, well, and also if you've played on an MCPvP server for more than 6 months, you get free VIP on Elite. They aren't making that much revenue, and Elite itself isn't that full usually due to this. And truthfully, how do I say this lightly without offending too many people? The reason people don't play on Elite, and the reason the people on Elite will most likely never go back to main unless they are forced to, is because they do not want change. If you were to take a player from main, put them on Elite, that player from Maine would literally suffer and die in like a little fetal position because he would be freaking out. He would not know what to do. Because he would face no potions, no armor enchants, no sword enchants, OP bow enchants, and he would have pickaxe enchants. Well, you kind of can see where that goes. If you take away a main, oh my god, I'm totally gonna get flamed for this. You take the if you take an average main player and you take the average elite player, one on one, they're gonna each win in their own environment. The main player will win on main in his Prot 4 with pot spamming and strength pots and insta healths. And like they're like 4 stacks of mushroom cows because you can breed cows. But the elite player will win in his normal diamond armor that people on elite consider OP, OP, whatever you want to call it, with his Infinity 1 Power 5 Flame, I guess 1 Punch 2 bow, and his 2 cows that he's had to keep safe for the entire map. And they both happen to get X-rayed, so he has to buy soup off the marketplace for 20 gold per stack. It might actually be higher now. I don't even know. It might actually be 30. I think last night it was 30. This morning I think it's 25 now. But it usually sticks right around 20. So all that's fine and dandy. Now, of course, you really have to consider what does that mean? It means that, of course, like I said, a main player would not survive on elite. An elite player could survive on main, probably. More than likely, yes. But what truly though, if they were to get rid of elite, what does this mean for main? Main just became a battleground. It just became a complete and utter war zone where there are going to be about 4 to 5 teams that are equal, if not slightly worse than Crim itself. Truthfully, I don't see what Crim's all about. The old Crim was good. The new Crim, I laugh at. So come at me, Crim. I could care less. I could beat you all in a build-off. So, you know what? Put it in terms. I could get 6v1 by you guys and still win the build-off. I'm just saying that. But what it means for main, like I said, there would be roughly 4 to 5 teams that would be on Crim's level. Probably about 10 to 12 that are right under that. And then, you know, like 40 to 50 right under the next level. And then I guess the 4th tier is about probably 100 to 200 teams of players, of like 2 to 3 player teams. Then the 5th tier is just like everyone else basically. So, you know. And I truly think we've been preparing for that on Elite for a while. We've put together a team of most of the good Elite players. We're expanding each map. I think we're adding 3 to 4 people this coming map for 1.6. I think. Might actually be 5. And I know we considered a bunch more people. And I don't think we're letting them in because a few people have grudges towards people. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. If Elite dies, we're creating a super team. And we are taking over Crim. We're going to kill them all. So, I truly think that's it that I can talk about for this episode. I might do a part 3 if I remember anything, or if anything, or I guess if any other news occurs. So, I guess I will talk to you guys later. Yeah. I mean, I guess as a closing statement, Elite itself, Elite, if you get rid of Elite, you basically screw over main for one map probably. If not, maybe 1.5. Because if like I said, if you remove Elite, those like 110, 120 active players go over to main. Roughly, let's say 40 of them. Well, heck, there's probably 180 active players on Elite throughout the day. I'm probably wrong on that. It's probably more like 300 active players or so, guys. I don't know. It's just from when I'm on. Like 4 to 5 people get on, or I guess get on and get off every couple minutes. So I don't know the exact number, but there could be up to like 300 active players that are, and I'm not even considering Europe because I'm not on when most of them are on. Well, I guess I'm on when like half of them are on. But God, this is like a very long closing statement. But there are probably upwards of 300 American, or I guess not American, active players that are on when I'm on. There's probably roughly like 200 or so more from Europe, or I don't know what else to call it, Europe and Asia combined, I guess. Eurasia. I don't know. I'm from America. Doesn't really matter, or I don't really care what to call it. So, if Elite goes down, main gets roughly, let's say, 400 more active players throughout the entire day. About, let's say, 150 of them. Well, no, let's go a little bit lower. Let's say about 100 of them are actually like originated from main. Well, if I'm gonna say originated, probably roughly like 200 of them originated from main. About 100 of them probably actually succeeded on main very much, and were able to, successfully PvP, successfully raid, and all that. If we were to go back onto main, we'd get so many more raids that I've actually considered going back to main just for that reason. But I probably won't because Elite is awesome, and I don't want to get pot spammed by stone sorters. Even though if we were on Elite, I'd be one of those people doing it. So, main gets like 100 and let's just say 75 to 100 good players. You've probably added roughly 4 to 5 teams that are going to semi-dominate. Now, I'm totally gonna get hated for this. People say that Crim is this like master team, how they are untouchable, how they are the gods of Mcpvp, how you are to consider them a god, how you are considered to be honored to be in their presence on main. Yeah, I don't really care. I truly think our team's better than Crim. If we were give us half a map, I guess half a map time, we're probably almost equal with Crim. I don't even know how big Crim is now. I don't even know who's on Crim. I'm assuming Hunslow, but that's just because he's the only like notable person that I know from main that's not like anything else like any other certain people are. And I'm just rambling now. So I'll talk to you guys later, and always remember, Crim is not the big bad wolf. it is more like, I think they're probably more like the pissed off grandparents that are, I'm just rambling now. They're more like the pissed off people in the morning that are mad at you but don't do anything because they secretly are terrible. And I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys. So I'm going to stop the recording before I say anything else stupid like that. So, peace out, guys. And hopefully Krim doesn't come and kill me this time.